Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? The Doomsday clock has just moved 2 more minutes, and scientists say we are 3 minutes away from the midnight hour, the apocalypse. Yes, it's not just the Hopi Indians who prophesied of the apocalypse. It's not just the Mayan Indians who prophesied of the apocalypse. It wasn't just the Greeks who and the those involved in mythology that believed in an apocalypse. It's not just Islamists, different Islamic prophecies. It's not even just the Bible that tells you that the midnight hour, the coming of Jesus Christ, is soon to come. But even now, scientists who study the planet and the different things of the planet have moved the doomsday clock to 3 minutes to midnight. I'm afraid they're still behind. I think we are in the final minute approaching the midnight hour. Well, climate change, nuclear disaster, global catastrophes are highly probable according to scientists. The doomsday clock is now 2 minutes closer to midnight than it was, thanks to a specter of climate change and unchecked nuclear possibilities. The hands of the symbolic clock, managed by the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists' Science and Security Board, moved forward from 11:55 to 11:57 earlier this week, which means the board thinks the probability of a global catastrophe is very high, and midnight signifies the apocalypse, the coming apocalypse. Now, the word apocalypse is a Greek word for revelation. So and even from my own radio broadcast that I do, a show I produce called The Coming Apocalypse, what I'm saying is the coming revelation of Jesus Christ. But that's not how the world sees it. Now, even Dabo77, who's on YouTube, brought up a point in a video he did recently that President Obama and the American administration also is preparing for an apocalyptic hour. Here we go. Let's just listen a little bit. Here is Dabo77.
I truly believe that the writing is on the wall like never before. And if you can't see the direction in which we're heading, well, they're putting it right out there in the open.
I don't know if Dabo knows this. He probably does. But when you use the phrase, the writing's on the wall, it's because of what happened in the Bible when the Lord wrote on the wall, the king of Babylon, a prophecy that night his kingdom was going to be destroyed. The handwriting is on the wall. In other words, the prophecy is in play. Dabo, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now, is Obama a prepper? People would say, oh, well, no, he's not on no list. He's not a prepper. Well, he has a doomsday scenario that he and this whole government are preparing for. Believe it or not. And it's real. And I'm going to go over some things he said here recently. He told a room full of wealthy celebrities and Wall Street types about a looming doomsday scenario involving cyber terrorism.
All right. So cyber terrorism certainly could be a way to help bring about a worldwide catastrophe, a apocalypse, if you will, if all the computer systems of the world, or let's just say this, the nuclear warheads were to be hacked and somebody was to engage them in an end-time destruction it could bring. But folks even though people are afraid of climate change, people are scared of asteroids coming toward the earth, people are afraid of disease and plagues, people are afraid of wars and rumors of wars, People are afraid of nuclear explosions. People are afraid in economic collapsing. But they're not afraid of the return of Christ. They're not afraid of death finding them. They're not afraid of judgment of God, the wrath of God. They're not afraid to face the wrath of God. They're more afraid of the dam breaking, the Hoover Dam breaking. They're more afraid of, climate chaos. They're afraid of things they think they can control, but they ignore the things they can't control. And that is their soul. Their soul. They can't save their soul. They must submit that to God. And so there is a apocalyptic hour approaching. Even the scientists are moving the clock forward. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. The doomsday clock might be moving in the hands of man, but the spiritual midnight hour is approaching by the hand of God.